you. Frankie Diesel has a question for you now, Joe. Very important. So Frank says, I have a question for you guys. Joe, what's your favorite dish you enjoy to make? And then he's asking me, what dish do I enjoy to eat? So what's your favorite dish to make,
My
Joe?
favorite dish to make is, I'm the pasta lunatic. I love pasta, and it's very basic. I love pasta and chicken cutlets. It's simple. It's my favorite. It's my favorite heartfelt, warm meal. I love it.
Yeah, now, my favorite dish to eat, I would say, and that's a tough one, cutlets would definitely be up there with broccoli rabe. If not, how about a nice, now this is controversial, a nice tripe sandwich. Tripe, baby.
You're the tripe guy, huh?
You either love it or hate it. But, I haven't had any in a long time. I'm not allowed to make it in the house, apparently. But I'll make it if I have to. I'm not scared.
It kills the house.
Right from the Heights novel asks, Joe, what's your favorite thing to make for yourself and your family? Looking for some new things to add to the rotation.
Okay, well, I just said chicken cutlets, chicken parm. Gotta add braciole. I mean, ribs in the sauce. I'm such a pasta guy. I mean, if we're sticking to Italian stuff, I don't venture too far out of the pastas. I don't do a lot of fish.
And that's strange,
linguine and clams.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I love that.
That's actually one of my favorite dishes. That's a dish that I've eaten. Okay, so pasta and clams. Let's go back. Now I want to create a big long story, but by the way, Michelle, I want to make you some tripe. Michelle Marciano. I started eating linguine and clams for the first time when I started working at a place called Palumbo's. Now, for those that don't know what Palumbo's was, it was the place to go. It was a restaurant, but it was also a big nightclub a block away from where I grew up in the Italian market. And it was owned by Frank Palumbo, who started a boarding room in the late 1800s, early 1900s for Italian immigrants. He was Sicilian as well. And he would bring them over. You would live. He would find you a place to live, a place to work. He would be the sponsor. He sponsored, I want to say, probably thousands of people. But Palumbo's was the place to go before there was Atlantic City. Sinatra, Dean Martin, everybody, all the singers, Rat Pack, they would all go to Palumbo's. And there was a nightclub. So when I first got a job there, I was like 12. I don't even know how they hired me. But the food was fantastic. It burned down, unfortunately. But my first dish in that place, linguine and clams. And I ate it all over the country, probably all over the world, including San Fran, Skomas, you name it. Wherever I went, my go-to dish, linguine and clams white. Now, with me saying that, let me ask you a question. So you, being of Sicilian origin, not crazy about fish?
I love fish. I love clams. I love lobster. I mean, I love shellfish. I love freshwater trout. What's the filet of sole? I love that.
Okay.
Bacala. I love bacala on the grill.
Good, yeah.
I love it on a grill. Have you ever had it on the grill?
No.
Like grilled bacala with olive oil over it and just salt and pepper. It's beautiful. But
I haven't had good bacala in a while, and I need nobody to make any jokes about that, okay? No pun intended, but I need some good bacala. All right, moving on, Joe. What else do we got? Any more questions out there? No, I don't think so. Oh, favorite wines. Are you into wines, Joe? What do you like? I like the homemade.
I make homemade. I haven't made homemade wine in years, but I love people's homemade wine better than bought, because all the bought wine has all the, what do you call that in it?
Sulfites. The
sulfites, they give you a headache. A good homemade wine doesn't give you a headache. You just get drunk.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's. I started making homemade wine. I remember my dad, my uncles. Then I helped my they're all gone now, but we used to do it, and I didn't understand it until I started making it, what it really involves and the sacrifice and how, listen, wine, grape juice wants to turn to vinegar. And what you're doing is you're trying to prevent it from getting there, and you're trying to make it taste good at the same time.
Did you do it straight from grinding, or did you get the pails of juice?
Well, I always did it from grape. And there's nothing wrong with the concentrate or the juice, as they call it. A lot of the older Italians, as they got older and they really couldn't do it themselves physically, they would switch over to the juice, and it's not bad. But maybe it's just tradition, maybe it's just superstition. But I do it from the grapes. We get our grapes. They're trucked in on refrigerated trucks from
California,
Lodi, California, and these guys, I don't. You probably heard of them, Lamanuzzi, and I forget the other guy, but they're part of that Regina brand,
Right.
and those vines are like 100 years old.
That's
They
the
got some serious, robust grapes.
same we would get in Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah,
Same one. But you
I
do a
noticed how much.
combination of white grapes or green grapes and red to keep it lighter.
We did we have the secret recipe. Yes, it is. So it's 7 cases of grapes,
And
and I
three.
believe two of those cases are
Okay.
white, which are Thompson Seedless, also known as Zebibo in
Right.
dialect and Calabrese, and also known as Sultanina, and they're sweet, sweet, sweet white
Yeah.
grape, and that's used to bring the sugar level up. But homemade wine, man, there's no colorants, there's no sulfites,
Beautiful.
there's so much crap that's in wine. They don't even tell you what's in it, but there's a lot of crap in
Right.
it. All right, quick question. Let's go back from Mama Mia Geraldina. Anchovies on pizza, yes or no, Joe?
My wife loves it, and I do it. I don't hate it. I don't do it a lot, but whenever I do it, I'm like, you know what, I like it. But I just out of habit don't do it. I do a regular slice, pepperoni. Sometimes I'm actually love pepperoni, mushroom, and green olive on my pizza.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like mushrooms, yeah. Tri-State Goombas says fresh mozzarella or burrata. I'm going to say excuse me. I'm going to say fresh mozzarella. Burrata, I don't know. It's okay.
I think I'm with you on the mozzarella.
Yeah. A nice, good, finely made mozzarella, and that's the whole rage now. Everybody's making fresh mozzarella. I wish I knew how to do it. I don't know. I know how to make ricotta though. I make fresh ricotta. That's pretty fun.
Do you?
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's not that hard. Not that hard.
You see them doing the mozzarella all the time, and it doesn't look that hard either. But that's something I want to learn now that I'm slowing down in life. I want to be able to do that and start baking like finer breads and things like that. So that'll be something you'll see. We actually got what do they call it, a Dutch oven where you make the homemade bread.
Yeah.
So I want to start doing some more bread. So I'll have some bread videos coming up soon.
Oh, good. I wanted to play around with some focaccia. I love focaccia.
My wife made it tonight.
Oh, really nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joe, you're a lucky man.
She's a great cook. She's a beautiful one. I was going to introduce you to her tonight, but she got back from a long walk with the dog. She's like, next time.
All right,
Part 2.
Next time then. Very nice. So awesome. Well, yeah, and look, I mean, we keep talking about food, but it's a that's what's on our mind. That's all we're thinking about is diets.
Can I ask you something about your buddy that you do, your character? Is that something you've done as a kid and you brought it to life here, or is that something that you came up with recently?
So the Cheats character, I'll tell you what, it's now I started. I guess I'll give you the history. So I started getting. I never liked Instagram. I was on Facebook for a while, for years, but I never really liked Instagram because it was like, if you remember, it was just pictures. Right. You just posted a picture and then I don't know, my friend Gina Bova told me you should go on, and then they started doing these videos, and I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting that you can actually do videos. So I started playing around with it. So I remember it was December 31st, 2022, and I did like a video. And then as the, January, February, March rolled around, I started doing more and more. And I remember I would get I had like.
You talking on Facebook or
Instagram?
Okay.
And I had like 50 followers. I had nobody, man. I would get like 2-3 views, And then I did a cooking one with ramen noodles, and I got like 8,000 views. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, to me, I went viral,
I'm a star.
Yeah. So then I started talking to some other people. There are some people I based that character on, Cheech, the Chicho Pasticho character, which is the Pasta and Cheech gang.
Right.
It's an amalgamation of a few people that one of them, like, I'm making fun of them really, and
I love him.
At first I had the big.
He's the nicest gangster I've ever known.
Yeah, and so and then it just became a fun thing for me that I did as a form of therapy, So it started getting funnier. I collaborated with some people. And then my buddy Sal Mazzato, who I've been friends with for over 22 years now.
Who's a veteran actor, right?
Yeah, he's done 5 of his own films that have all gone production and distribution. So he's a very talented guy. He's been in other stuff. He's worked with Steve Buscemi and Danny Aiello. He's done been in movies aside from the ones he's made. And so we reconnected. We started talking about it. He kind of really I think he probably thought I was nuts at first, but then we just started doing this thing. These characters. We invented all these different shenanigans, and then we got some other people involved. Our friend Leo, Sal's cousin, and Joey, and Freddie Gano, who plays Aldo, the one with the scarf.
Right.
And he's a SAG actor. Freddie was in a lot of movies, and he's a great actor. He's a SAG actor. And then we have Michelle, who's on the live. Michelle Marciano doing Nikki Cutlets. So we've got, we're doing this now. We got another skit coming out with a friend out in California. So we've done one with you, of course. And then we decided, I said, let's do it. Let's raise the money. Let's do a short film. So Pasta and Cheese Crew, there's the hat. We somehow, some way, through the generous donations out there, raised 25 grand, and it wasn't easy, Joe. It was not easy, man. The people you think are going to, guaranteed they're going to donate, give you nothing. The people you don't expect give you nothing.
And the next time I donate, I won't send the fake bills. Yeah,
and you're one of our contributors. So I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you, man. You're one of the people that made it happen. So I appreciate it. So we're going to we start filming in I believe March or April of this year. We're in pre-production, as they call it.
Beautiful. And is it going to be filmed in Philadelphia?
Was that
in Philadelphia?
Yeah. So you're welcome to come on down if you're available.
What month is that going to be?
Likely in March.
I'm going to Florida next week, and I should be back. I'll be back in April. So I don't know.
It could be in April.
Maybe.
It depends on how the schedule goes, because remember, it's there's many, even though it's a short, there's a lot of moving parts to it. So it's definitely March, April.
Awesome. I can't wait.
We'll let you know on that. And then we have Johnny Roast Beef Williams, the guy from Goodfellas, the one with the Cadillac. He's in it.
Johnny Roast Beef Williams. Wow.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, man. He's he was in The Mask with Jim Carrey. He was in Honeymoon in Vegas with Nicolas Cage, and he's been in a lot of stuff. If you look him up, man, he's very talented. He's a very funny guy.
Very cool. It's very cool.
Let's see what else we're missing here. Stop back. You better stop back. It's Staten Island on the way.
Who's that? Is that Angelo?
Cat Daddy Barbecue. Cat Daddy Barbecue. Is that so? It must be one of your buddies there, Joe.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, it is my buddy. Is that Mr. Miller?
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Okay. It's Cat Daddy Barbecue in New York.
I was looking for him the other night. I don't know if he shut down his account because I couldn't find him. Tell him to write me.
He said yes. So that's him. Okay. Listen, it's hard to, everybody's disappearing on Facebook. I don't know if it's alien abductions. I don't know what's going on, man. It's getting scary out here. It seems like they're picking on the Italians again. But so, Joe, what else can we expect out of you coming up? Anything fun?
I love doing the skits. It's always like when you go to press, when you edit them, you put them together, and then you're like, wow, should I actually send this out there? It's like, because it's like you don't know if it's going to be a major flop or people are going to go, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Because I like to push the envelope a little bit with the craziness, and I don't know. It's like you're never going to know until you press the send button, right? How it's going to turn out. So I like to do a combination of the skits, and I like to go into the city and do the reviews at the restaurants and meet the people out there that work hard at their businesses. I love blue collar workers, people that work hard and love their family, and I like to go and interview those businesses, and they're just good stories, So,
yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Joe, and that's what it's all about, man. Supporting the local businesses, and look, a lot of this stuff I learned as far as social media. The reason why a lot of these people blew up, which and in a good way, is because during the pandemic, everybody was home. They found ways to, just pass time and support local businesses. Like Barstool did that, with the pizza review. So it was a good thing. It probably saved some businesses, a lot of businesses.
Yeah, he did a good thing, Portnoy. Yeah. He did.
Yeah, and I give him a lot of props for that. Yes, he's become successful at it, whatever. But he helped out people, and I never get mad at people that are successful, especially those that are helping others on a way up. Yeah,
and the ones that are successful that don't forget you are the best because they stay true to who they were.
Absolutely. All right, Mama Mia Geraldina says, how does Florida react to a Sicilian like you?
I'm lucky. There's a Sicilian restaurant right across the river in Bradenton. My house is in Florida, and it's right on the Manatee River. I go over the bridge into the Bradenton side, and I pull over, and I get my recluse. I get my good food, and I get to have my escape with my Sicilian buddies over there. So
Nice.
at least they accept me. I don't know about the munja cakes. We'll call them.
The Monte. I heard that. Somebody else told me that. Who else? Somebody told me that from Canada. Was that Frankie? It might have been Frankie. I don't remember now. Somebody told
You know why they call them munja cakes, right?
Well, yeah, because that's what they used
They're
to
happy
eat, like the
here
Madagascar.
to eat a cake or peanut butter and jelly. I remember going to school and I'd have salami, mortadella sandwiches, and I'd be sitting down next to my buddies, and they were like white Anglo-Saxons, and they'd have the freaking peanut butter and jelly, and I'd say, "You want to try this?" And they're like, "Ooh, that's gross." And I'm like, "You don't know what you're missing." One guy, Andy Satinsky, he was a Polish friend of mine, and I got a glass jar of artichokes, and my mother sent me Unico artichokes in with my salami sandwiches.
Nice.
And I'm like, I got a fork. I have a fork. I open the lid, and Andy's sitting beside me. He goes, "What the hell is that?" And I go, It's artichoke." And he goes, "You eat that?" And I go, "Yeah. You want to try it?" He goes, "Okay." And I put the fork in the jar. I put it over to his mouth. He bites it, and he's chewing it. He goes, "Tastes like sod." And then he goes, "What?" He starts eating it a little bit more, and he goes, "Actually, this is pretty good. This is pretty good." He goes, "You got any more of those artifacts?" I go, "They're artichokes."
Close enough, Eddie. That's
uh,
funny, man. All right. So Cody Ricottone says, "What's your favorite mob movie of all time?" Hank.
that's my son.
Oh, all right, hello, Hank. What's your favorite mob movie of all time? He wants to know.
He knows what it is. It's The
All
Godfather.
right, he's putting you out there then. Okay. He's making you choose one. Yeah, and you know what? I think it's so unfair too. They compare anything that's mob related, unless it's a mob comedy. You have to always compare it to either Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino, Sopranos. It's hard to, and you couldn't even make those movies these days. I don't think. It would be a tough environment to make a lot of those. All right, Cat Daddy Barbecue says my wife packs the baby bow ties in the lunch bowl. Nice.
You know, it was a great movie, a great mob movie, and didn't get any. I mean, it was the movie with James Caan when he filmed Thief. Did you ever see that?
Oh no, I haven't.
Rent it,
Yeah.
Vinny, and then tell me what you think. You don't have to rent it. You got to go online now. I'm thinking of Blockbuster.
All right, Joe. Tri-State Goomba wants to know what's your favorite Italian singer?
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. It's hard to mess with Frankie.
And Frankie Valli. I love the Four Seasons.
If we're talking opera, I would have to say Mario Alonso because he's a local guy. He actually grew up 3 blocks away from where I grew up.
Really?
Yeah.
I was a Pavarotti guy.
Pavarotti's amazing. Yeah. And I think if I read correctly, Pavarotti, even Elvis, said that they were highly influenced by Mario Alonso. It's pretty cool.
Well, Elvis's song, "It's Now or Never," right?
Yeah, sure.
That's all solo mio.
Yeah,
solo
mio. Yeah, so that's right. You know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. I never thought about that. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same.
Now or never.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, see that? Listen, this is what you get on the Sunday Night Live. You get things that you're not going to hear anywhere else. Very illuminating, actually. The Heights novel, hoping to get you on the Heights series. By the way, Fred, check out the Heights novel, Ray's a Great Man. I interviewed him. You can check it out on my my YouTube channel. By the way, let me give a little shameless plug, I should say, is my YouTube channel, Vinny Presents. Check it out. It's on the pinned comment. Please subscribe.
Have a glass of wine with you?
Salud, ching ching, and cheers, and chin chin, and cheers.
Salud.
All right, let me get my waves in. All right, Joe, I don't know. I think we might have to wrap it up, man. I think it's, I think I'm getting tempted to go have like a tripe sandwich right now. I got to get out of here.
It was fun, Vinny. We got to do it again.
It's a lot of fun, and thank you for joining us on the Sunday Night Live, this new edition. We're going to have to do it again, and I think we're going to have to do some collaborations with the Pasta Cheats crew and with you, and we got to make something happen with that.
There's one thing I got to ask you to do, and you got to do it with exuberance. Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ew.
Oh, who?
I
Now
like
you see, you put you put me. You see, you put me on the spot here, Joe. You know, I got to rehearse that.
you got to deliver, Vinny. Come on, you're an actor.
I just feel the audition. Hello to Clara. Hello, how you doing? Salute, says Cody. All right, now listen, Joe. I think we want to close it with me saying you've always been a spectacular, just an awesome guy to collaborate with. I mean, look, it's like we know each other forever. You're a great, awesome guy. I wish you much success. Everybody who's watching this that's friends with me, please click on him and follow him. Support everything he's doing because Joe's a really good guy, and you're gonna love his content. Forget about the recommendation; you're just gonna love it. So, Joe, any last words?
I appreciate you, Vinny. You guys are awesome. You're like you're the Philadelphia, I'm the Hamilton, the New York, and the Toronto. We're the smaller city, and you guys are like brothers to me. It's like when I first met you, and I can't wait to see you in person so we can actually break bread together and have some laughs that we can't do right here in front of these people.
Absolutely, and I'll probably give you the bill, but it will be a good time. I promise.
I'll remember to bring my fake bills.
There you go. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank each and every one of you beautiful people, including you, Clara, for watching and supporting us. Again, please support Joe. Follow him. Everything he's doing, give him a lot of love. He deserves it. Please follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Vinny Presents. I'm going to be on the radio. It's a soft announcement. I'm keeping it secret, but I'm going to let you know more in coming days. Joe, anything you want me to give a shout out about?
Let's hey everybody, keep the country in prayer. That's all I can say.
Let's keep praying for the best and
for this country
all over the world, right? World peace is greatly needed right now.
It's crazy.
All right, love you guys, Joe. You're the man, and we'll do this again next week with another guest. In the meantime, you guys have a great week. Don't get bummed out. Tomorrow's Monday, but make it a great day and a great week. We love you all. Right?
Ciao.